What is going on out there, peeps? Okay, look, already, it's our Sunday here, but it's their Monday over there. So, already some of the delegation has already parted ways, heading over to Washington ahead of Al Kadimi's visit. So, we'll get into that in just a second here. Just want to give you guys a quick reminder if you're considering buying some precious metals, give our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange a consideration. I surely would appreciate it. If you are new there and you buy more than $100 worth of precious metals, use promo code Pimpy Pimpy and get a half ounce of free silver. All right, we have Pimpy's Investment Chat Facebook group, same name as the YouTube channel. Over here, we do talk about investment opportunities, gold, silver, cryptocurrencies, as well as foreign currency investments. Over here, we have the hidden things in front of your eyes. We do talk about NESARA, Gesara, as well as current events, politics, because I know a lot of you guys are into that right now, as well as things that people call conspiracy, like QAnon, although we don't call it a conspiracy. Anyways, let's get into this, okay? So let's clear some things up, because there's all kinds of, once again, information floating around in the dinar community, all right? So some people are saying that this visit is going to be the reset of the IQD. So be careful with those types of things. There's nothing out there proving that that's the case. I told you, in my opinion, what I was looking for, okay? So if, it would be nice if they obviously did the rate change, but there's no evidence out there that this is going to happen. Not that I can find. If you guys find some, by all means, share it so I can share with me so we could get the word out. But again, the goal, I think, what I want to see, what I think would be a huge step towards accomplishing our goal is once Al Kadimi is there, we get the Iraqi sovereignty reinstated. So just having it reinstated, of course, then they're going to have to remove the restrictions off the currency. In order for you to be a sovereign nation, you have to have an international currency. So we'll keep an eye on that. And just because they get their sovereignty recognized, and if they get the restrictions removed, okay, that does not mean here in the United States, our banks are going to accept them right away. So hang tight, nor does that mean you're going to see an instantaneous rate change. But what I think that is the first step forward in a positive direction. But then shortly after that, I hope to see a rate change announcement. That's what I'm looking forward to now. Some people are saying, well, won't they do it all at the same time? That would be probably the... I guess a good way to look at it, but because here's my thoughts on that. People already know about the Iraqi Dinar. A lot of people do. If all of a sudden their sovereignty is reinstated and the restrictions are moved off the currency and it starts trading on a Forex, you could see a frenzy of people trying to run over to it, which will benefit from. You know what I mean? So I think what will happen is you'll get a rush of speculators that now, who probably in the past didn't know how to get a hold of dinar, would now have access to the dinar, causing an effect on the currency. So, it would seem to me that would make sense if you get my drift. So if they're going to do them all at the same time, that makes sense to me. But at the same time, you know how these types of things go. You never know when it comes to politics or these types of things at all. Anyways, the Alpha Talk calls for Al Kadimi to consolidate economic, health, and investment cooperation on his visit to Washington. Yeah, again, when it comes to Trump, this guy is, every time he meets with different country leaders, he's always talking business. So there's no doubt that when Al Kadimi comes here, that they are going to do what they can to work out some kind of trade agreement. So don't be surprised if that isn't somehow announced along with the introduction of Al Kadimi, which again is good. We want outside investors coming into Iraq. We want outside investors to come in and start businesses so they can start employing people. People could get off the, government aid. They can start earning money, paying taxes. That's putting money back into the government. You've heard me talk about this before. This makes the economy stronger. which in turn makes the dollar stronger over there. The dinar, not the dollar. The independent representative of the network component of the Al Fatah Alliance called on the Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi to consolidate cooperation with America in the fields of health, economy, culture, science, calling for the need to distance Iraq from the politics of access. And in my opinion, they've been doing a really good job about that, to the point where some of the, it's rubbing other people the wrong way. I like Al-Kadhimi's approach. Look, I'm not on the side of USA. I'm not on the side of Iran. We don't want to be involved in a little skirmish. Okay, so this is good. This is what I want to see, is them people be independent from any type of influence, even ours, okay? So Al-Kadhimi's visit to Washington should be an opportunity to increase economic, culture, science, and health cooperation, especially dealing with the Rona. Al-Kadhimi is required to implement his government's approach by developing the health, services, and security sectors and investment, and to consolidate this in his visit to Washington to put forward several files, most notably the security cooperation between the two countries within an understandable and clear framework. You know what I mean? You got a group of people, those influenced by Iran, wanting just the United States out of there altogether. But you have people who are friendly with Iran, United States going, no, we need them there just to make sure things don't get out of control. So again, if Al-Kadhimi is thinking that his country's ready to stand on their own with no help, it would be a big push in my opinion towards getting their sovereignty. But I have to prove it. But if he thinks that the United States needs to be there, I hope he don't do anything fault to any kind of political pressure. All right, you guys. So this visit is coming up. It's coming up here in a few days. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Anyways, the minister reveals new details on the Barzani-Kadhimi agreement. I love how they just took over and did it. You know what I mean? So the minister of the region reveals on Sunday the details regarding the financial and economical benefits in the agreement reached by the Prime Minister of Kurdistan's region, Barzani, and the federal Prime Minister Al-Kadhimi. All right, so the statement received news. The agreement will continue until the fiscal year budget law for 2021 is approved, indicating the start of a new phase of negotiations on the budget next year. So, according to the Constitution, whenever they put a budget together, there's the parliamentary is supposed to be given 100 days to review it and vote on it 3 times. So if that's the case, then, they definitely need to get a budget at least sent in by no later than September, all right, for the 2021 year. And in there, once they start going over the details, we're going to hear about what's in there so we know what to look forward to for 2021. I know there's a lot of people thinking that the rate change is in that budget. There's no way to know that, but there is reason to hope for that, all right? So I think what we want to see is that, the truth is what I think's happening, what's holding up the budget probably is a big portion of that budget's being probably held up depending on this visit from Al-Kadhimi into the United States. I'm sure that there's a portion of that budget that has not been decided on, and they're just waiting to find out the results of this visit. He explained that according to the agreement, 320 billion dinar will be sent per month to the Kurdistan region until the budget is approved for 2021, indicating the agreement includes a set of other benefits related to oversight and auditing of the mechanism to solve and set the outstanding financial economical files. So this is good. We know about this. There was lots of articles on this yesterday. So here we go. Look at, they're already heading over there. The foreign minister leaves for Washington in preparation for Al-Kadhimi's visit. So this is good. On Saturday, the Iraq foreign minister, Hussein, left for Washington in preparation for the visit of the prime minister. And a foreign source said the foreign minister left for Washington in preparation for the visit. The delegation will host the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Oil, the Minister of Immigration, and the Ministry of Electricity. So here's my thoughts on this. If you think about who all these ministries are, they're definitely going out there ahead of time to work out deals. Just, they're going out on pretty much, 4 or 5 days in advance. And, they already started working on so-called files long ago, a couple months ago. So this might be them just finalizing it. So this might be a really super exciting visit for Iraq. Again, what I'm hoping is when they come there, Trump introduces Al-Qadimi to the world. Well, I'm definitely going to find out how we pronounce his name, because somebody said you're still saying it wrong. Somebody said there's a Z there. I was calling him Al-Qadimi, but they're saying no, the Z makes the D sound. So Al-Qadimi, okay, sure, whatever way. But I'm going to find out here. Once he gets here, then I'll be saying his name correctly after that. But nonetheless, yeah, I know I can hear one person right now yelling out his name to me. But anyways, so the visit's going to come here shortly. Let's keep our fingers crossed. What are we looking for? Trump to announce Al-Qadimi to the world. Going ahead and talking about how happy he is about his leadership. Happy about the fact that him and Kurdistan worked out an agreement. UN's happy about their progress. Trump saying, look, we're working out a trade deal that they'll be signing here shortly, or they might have an actual trade deal and sign it right there on the spot. You know how Trump is. He does those kind of things. So they might have some memorandum of understanding on a trade deal signed that same day. While doing so, letting the world know that, once again, we need to recognize the sovereignty of Iraq. Of course, he's not going to say and remove the restrictions off the currency. That's just a given. So let's once again get the sovereignty of Iraq reinstated. That would be a huge step towards what we're trying to accomplish. And then hopefully shortly after that sometime, the rate change will take place. Okay, you guys? So that's it for now. The rest of these stories go on more about the details of the agreement between Kurdistan and Baghdad. So, all right, so keep your fingers crossed. This is going to be an exciting week. But here's what I'm looking for this week is definitely this deal to be signed and completed between Erbil and Baghdad. Okay, that's step number one, man. Let's get that done with. Now, it says there the agreement was reached, but has one been signed? Last time these two talked, they said they had an agreement. They were all good, and then all of a sudden we were back to square one. So keep your fingers crossed. We'll see where we go. This next week is going to tell us a whole lot. All right, guys, if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.